Hello everyone, and welcome to my YNR Daily Update channel. Is the legendary mustache finally ready to hang it up? Or is this just another corporate power play in a career that's been all about ruthless survival? Seriously, think about it. Was that recent health scare just a gentle warning from time itself? Or was it a call to arms for the man who famously refuses to blink? Today, we are peeling back the curtain on the man who basically is Genoa City. We're going to talk about why his latest update has the entire soap world holding its breath. But before we go any further, I have to ask you something. If stories like this keep you thinking long after the episode ends, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and share this video with another fan who needs to hear this. Your support is what keeps the drama alive. I'm Jenny, and this is YNR Daily Update. This is where we go beyond the surface of your favorite TV dramas. We're here to uncover the psychology, the hidden emotions, and those deeper meanings behind every single storyline. We don't just talk about what happened on screen. We talk about why it actually matters to us as fans. The air in Genoa City has felt pretty heavy lately, hasn't it? And for once, it's not because of some Newman Enterprises hostile takeover. For over 44 years, Braeden has been the sun that everything in the young and the restless orbits around. But lately, the whispers about retirement have turned into a deafening roar. Fans are caught in this agonizing limbo. We want our hero to rest, but we're terrified of the void his exit would create. This whole situation isn't just about an actor getting older. It's about the scary realization that a nearly 5-decade legacy isn't infinite. Why did these rumors catch fire right now? Well, think about it. We've seen the invincible Victor Newman face real-world health battles that would have knocked a man half his age off his feet. As an audience, we can sense a shift in the atmosphere. There's a vulnerability there that doesn't quite fit the mustache persona we've known for decades. Now, when Braeden was asked point-blank about retirement in some recent interviews with Access Hollywood and Fox News, he didn't just give a simple answer. He basically fired a warning shot. He said, "No. No. Hell, no." To me, that isn't just a career choice. It's a total defiance of the aging process itself. You have to wonder, why does he react so strongly? Well, he actually joked about his friends and colleagues who retire and then just play pickleball. He clearly sees that as a death sentence for his spirit. Braeden's refusal to quit really stems from a work ethic that was forged in the fires of post-World War II Germany. He doesn't see retirement as a reward. He sees it as a surrender to the mundane. If you look deeper, I think he feels a massive sense of duty to us, the audience. We've sustained him for over 44 years, and he knows that. There might even be a hidden fear there, the fear of losing that magic that happens during a scene. For him, staying on the show is a way to keep that spark alive. We really need to stop looking at his job as just a paycheck. It's more like performance art where the line between the actor's resilience and the character's ruthlessness has just completely disappeared. He isn't just playing Victor anymore. He is the living embodiment of the new man who rose from nothing to conquer the world. In my opinion, I think he's 100% right to stay. If he can still memorize 20 pages of dialogue and handle those 12-hour shooting days, why should he stop just because of a number on a birth certificate? It's actually really inspiring to see someone demand their place at the table until the very end. Psychologically, this is pure ego in the best way possible. His identity is so tied up with Victor's power that stepping away might feel like losing a part of himself. He uses his work to stay in control of his own story, much like Victor uses his money to keep his family in line. But then, things got real with that health scare in 2023. He revealed he was fighting high-grade bladder cancer. This wasn't some soap opera plot twist. This was a life-and-death struggle that happened right while he was recovering from knee surgery. It was a double whammy. He chose to go public with it, which I think was a huge power move. He didn't want pity, he wanted to advocate for men's health. He met that crisis head-on and turned a scary medical reality into a lesson in public resilience. Imagine what he was feeling internally during that time. He mentioned having peace of mind once he got clear results. That's a rare look at the actual human being under the Newman armor. He also had to deal with pneumonia recently, which swept through his whole family. His son and granddaughter were sick too. It really reminds you that even legends are part of a fragile human chain. I honestly think his real-life health battles have made his performance on screen even better. Now, when Victor survives a shooting or a heart transplant, we all know the actor behind him survived the damn thing called cancer in the real world. I find his honesty about things like immunotherapy and prostate issues so brave. In an industry that's usually obsessed with looking perfect and young, he chose to be transparent. Psychologically, facing your own mortality usually makes people think about their legacy. His drive to get back to the set and film multiple episodes in a day while recovering is just classic type of behavior. He had to prove he still had that fire, but we can't talk about him leaving without looking back at the ghost of 2009. Remember that? Contract talks completely fell apart, and Victor was actually written out of the show for a while. Fans were genuinely traumatized. For a few weeks, it felt like the end of the road was actually here. That exit happened because of some cold and hard-nosed corporate decisions about salary cuts. It proved that even the biggest star in daytime TV isn't totally safe from the math of a production office. Braeden felt beholden to us back then, and the massive outcry from fans probably saved the character. People on forums were calling Sony fools for letting him go. It showed just how deep our bond with this character really is. The 2009 mess was basically a stress test for the show, and the show failed. It proved that The Young and the Restless is built so heavily around Victor that if he's gone, there's just a massive void that no one else can fill. Sony was playing chicken with a legend who had 30 years of top ratings, and they lost. Now, we have this new era with a 4-year renewal through 2028. That's huge. It's like a promise of stability in a world where everything gets cancelled. Eric's reaction to it was so moving. He was standing outside the studio just thanking the fans. He feels fortunate to work with a cast that has basically become his second family over the last 40 years. This renewal is basically a pact. It's a signal that as long as the show is on the air, Victor's throne is waiting for him. I'm also pretty excited about the new writers, Jamie Giddens and Dan O'Connor. Fresh blood in the writer's room combined with a veteran who knows his character's emotional connection is a perfect recipe for a comeback. But let's be honest, things are getting a bit tense. Age is the one villain that no writer can beat with a clever plot twist. That recent bout of pneumonia really stopped him in his tracks. It left him feeling physically drained. This is the ultimate conflict, a man who only knows how to go 100 miles an hour being forced to slow down by his own body. The workload hasn't gotten any easier either. He's still doing these heavy, intense scenes with Melody Thomas Scott that leave him exhausted. We are basically watching a high-stakes battle between a man's iron will and the reality of being 85 years old. I'm predicting that we're going to see a shift in Victor's stories. Maybe fewer corporate brawls and more of him being the mastermind behind the scenes at the ranch. But there is a risk. What if they start a slow exit strategy? What if his screen time gets cut down bit by bit to help him recover? That might really frustrate fans who are used to him being the eye of the hurricane. But if his health stays steady, I think he'll make it through that 4-year contract and celebrate his 90th birthday right there on our screens. So, I have to ask you guys, if the day ever comes when Victor Newman has to leave, should they recast the role? Or is Braeden so tied to that character that Victor has to die with him? And honestly, do you think the show's huge focus on Victor is holding back younger characters like Adam or Nick? Or is the mustache the only reason you're still tuning in every day? There really is no Young and the Restless without Victor Newman. It's as simple as that. Braeden is proving that age is just another hurdle he can clear with a power squat and a sharp comeback. If you want to stay in the loop on every health update and every crazy storyline twist for our favorite tycoon, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Leave a like if you think Braeden is the GOAT of daytime TV, and definitely comment below with your favorite Victor Newman gotcha moment. I'm Jenny with YNR CBS Daily Update, and I will see you in the next one. You know, the thing about Victor is that he's always been about power. But Braeden? He's about resilience. Think about his backstory as Christian Miller. Being left at an orphanage at 7 years old, that's the kind of trauma that stays with you. Braeden has said that Bill Bell was a genius for making Victor a lonely man. That abandonment is what drives Victor to control everything. If he controls the world, no one can leave him again. Braeden connects to that on a deep, emotional level because of his own childhood in a war zone. He's seen massive destruction, and that horror is indelibly imprinted on his brain. So when we see Victor being defensive, we're seeing a man using his real-life survival instincts. The mustache isn't just facial hair, it's a shield. And then there's Nikki. Their chemistry is basically the gold standard of soaps. Melody Thomas Scott has been his gold for over 30 years. They have this circular cycle where they marry, divorce, and find their way back. Braeden has said that finding a partner you have that kind of chemistry with is like finding gold. Even after his pneumonia, he mentioned how much he missed working with her and the rest of the cast. It's that social energy that keeps him going. But let's talk about that 2009 exit one more time, because it really explains the fan psychology. Sony tried to sledgehammer the cast with pay cuts. Braeden was making around $1.5 million and they wanted to drop him to $1 million. Most people would be fine with $1 million, but for him, it was about the insulting fashion in which it was handled. He was willing to walk away from a massive paycheck to protect his dignity. That is so Victor Newman, isn't it? He pulled the plug and told reporters it was the end of the road. Fans were absolutely heartbroken. They knew the show was structured around Victor and that it would suffer without him. Sony eventually realized they were being fools and brought him back, but the damage was done. It created this permanent fear in the fan base that he could leave at any time. Every time he has a health scare, we go back to that feeling of 2009. But the 4-year renewal feels like a peace treaty. It gives us some breathing room, and how cool is it that he's crossing over to Beyond the Gates in 2026? At 85, he's still expanding the Victor Newman universe. He's appearing on other shows to bring them some of that prominence he carries. It proves he's not just committed to his own show, but to the whole genre of daytime drama. He's a global phenom and he knows it, but we have to be realistic. He admitted that intense and confrontational scenes are exhausting now. He's learning to listen to his doctors and not just push through like he used to. That's a big psychological shift. He's moving from being invincible to being resilient. He's appreciating the simple things now, like just being able to breathe comfortably or step outside. It's a softer side of the man, but the fire is still there. So, what do you think is next for the Dark Knight of Genoa City? Are you excited to see what the new writers do with him? Do you want to see him finally find some peace with Nikki, or do you only like him when he's on a revenge mission? Let me know in the comments. This is a community of fans, and I want to hear your voice. I'm Jenny, and we've spent today looking at a man who has seen a lot and uses that empathy to fuel a character millions of us adore. Whether he's grooving in his car or taking down a business rival, Eric Braeden is the gold standard. Don't forget to subscribe and join the conversation. Your thoughts are what keep this channel going. This is YNR CBS Daily Update, and I'll see you for the next round of shockers and shakeups in Genoa City. Stay cool, everyone. Think about the impact he's had. Even people who don't watch soaps know his face. He's been a spokesperson for companies like Zellers just because of how iconic he is. He's been nominated for 10 Daytime Emmys and has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He's not just an actor, he's a piece of television history. And the fact that he's still here, fighting through cancer and pneumonia to give us more drama, is just incredible. Some people say he has the same dialogue for a century, but we love it, don't we? We love the gravelly voice and the way he calls everyone my boy or my dear. It's comforting. It's part of the fabric of our lives. If he were to leave, it wouldn't just be a character exit, it would feel like a member of the family moving away. So, let's celebrate the fact that we have at least 4 more years of the mustache. Let's enjoy every gotcha and every corporate takeover. Because there will never be another Victor Newman, and there will certainly never be another Eric Braeden. Make sure you like this video if you're Team Victor. And if you're Team Jack, well, you can still like it, we won't tell Victor. See you in the next video for more deep dives into the world of Genoa City. Bye for now.